Oh, hold up. Hi. So, anyway, timestamps up here, and I'm like, wait a second. What do they mean, timestamps? Like timestamp, so people can timestamp the video, like live. Mm, I don't know. We'll see. I was gonna go. That'll happen. Hello. So today I want to do something a teensy bit different. I mean, not really. I mean, when I say different, it's something that I've done before. Don't get me wrong. Okay. I'm gonna use the dice. Hey Holly, how you doing today? I am the sleepy, 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 sleepy. And then I'll do one of these. And that works right there. Oh my gosh, love it. Okay, so we got my chat here. I'm here, and then I got that there. So my eyes are so tired, but it's fine. What I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna roll a die. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, I could do that. Do I have 5 or do I have 6 of these? I have 6 of these. The only problem is, well, this one's a little more blue. I don't think the other one's that blue. Well, I'm glad to hear that things have settled. This video is not sponsored by anything but sleep deprivation. I guess there's like a new moon in Capricorn, right? Coming up. Let's see what a moon is. Bring the beating in. That is not right. The sun is not in Pisces. Oh, that's my natal chart. I'm like, what is going on? High heels on my tippies. Anyway. Yeah, it's in like 4 degrees, 4 lunar degrees. So happy. I could do like a new Capricorn. They'll hit there about 2 a.m. Excuse me. I have these 2, and then I got 3 bags, and I could do like a pick a bag type thing. But then that would be 6. That would be a lot. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I think I want to use at least, if I think about how I want to do this like logistically, it would make sense if I use at least 4. I never know. I rarely know what I'm going to do. All right, let's see. Which ones are we gonna pick? Which ones are we gonna pick? I could do odds, I could do evens, I could do the two in the middle. I'm gonna like mix them up. I'll mix them up. We'll see what we get. If the gray one comes out, I could like mix them up every time. Wouldn't that be like cool? This isn't working. How I haven't even done it yet, and it's not working how I had expected or hoped. Really, I don't know what I'm doing. We're just chilling today, honestly. Like, why did Patrick even come live? I don't know. Maybe I've like accidentally forced myself back into the habit of it. Full disclosure, there's meat in here. There are many things that I don't encourage and many things that I do. One of the things that I do is responsible consumption of substances that may alter one's physiological abilities and or mind. Okay. I wasn't expecting this color. Very burnt sacral energy. Ooh, we got some like, I love the contrast that we have going on. So I'm going to do these in groups of twos. So if I turn on timestamps, I don't know what that does. It's still on. Okay, now it's off. Can I just like shake this? I feel like this is a little high. I say that and then I'm like, ooh, don't want to go. I don't know if it gets too low, much lower. All right. I'm just going to grab all these. I'm going to try this in a new-ish way. We'll see. We'll see what's up. I'm rolling 2 bags of dice and then the percentile dice from 2 other ones. Oh, need my glasses. 22. Oops. That turned into a 26. I saw this number today. High heels on my tippies. Now that's going to be in my head. I don't know what I'm doing with all these. Oop. Oop. That was a 90. I need to just like leave this stuff as it is. I'm going to start moving numbers around. Am I doing this like this? I guess I am. Excuse me. I don't think I'm going to do this. We'll see. We'll see. If I just look at these, we have 56, 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is the 7 of air, which is the 5, 6, 7, third decan of air, which is Aquarius Libra. So that's fixed with a cardinal tonality. Girl, no. No, I'm not doing this. At least not with all these. This is way too much. Yeah, no. We're calling it. I'm calling it. With one, maybe. I should have kept it. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep these. I don't know why I would want 5. See, this is too much. I'm trying to do too much. See, but I could do 1. Excuse me. And it's the gray set. Oof. 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 The gray set isn't the most oof. Yeah, I think I'll do this. Okay. So I'm going to roll the gray set. And then we have 4 of these. Is 4 enough? Yes. Okay. What is this? I don't know. We'll just read something. I feel like it's important to say. Let's get a card. I have the Angelariums right here. Year 2. We're going to get a message from these angels. Hey, there we go. What was that? I feel like a card just fell out. But I know it didn't. So I'm going to shuffle this up. I'm going to get an angel. I can't, I could. Hey, David, how you doing tonight? It's kind of hard to, leave it a mystery. I mean, at least if I put it on the back, I can try to not read it. All right. We'll just do 1 for now, and then we'll see. Ooh. All right. I'm going to put this right here. And we'll put these up here, and then I'm going to give these a roll. And then we'll see what. Yeah, good shape. Cool. All right. I see tower 72, 16, 35, 60, 62. Which ones have I already looked at? Okay. So, I feel like I need to write just to help me keep some of this stuff straight. My brain is not basically sleep deprived. Might as well be. But this is too thin. Okay. This is ooh. Then we got this is interesting. Then we got yes. Which is can I do symbols? I don't even know the symbol, but if I do that, I don't know what I'm talking about. And then there's, oh, snap. I didn't even put a number on this. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Hold up. Oh, yeah, this was 35. Wait a second. Hold up. 72. There we go. I'm like, excuse me? Just bear with me. Wait, what 56? I'm confused. Oh, wait. Was that the original number? Oh, yeah, it was. I told you my brain is not braining. My brain, no brain today. So wait, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 4 plus the 1. Cool, got it. All right. So we have, let's bring up the main players. The main players, we have the tower. It's interesting that the Sage of Souls is here because that's a big energy. Tower, Sage of Souls, the element of water. Wow, which is the element. Did I say Sage of Souls? I take it back. Sage of Essences, sorry. We got the Sage of Essences with the element of water, which is the essence. We've got, who is this? Throat and root. Sagittarius, which is interesting because that actually came out the 9 of fire, 9 of souls, and yeah. Is that it? 2, 4, 6. Where's the 7th? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing my D8. Where's the D8? Oh, it's right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So like I said, I'm using dice. I had an idea. We'll see if I have enough brain to execute. We'll try to put something together. Salvage. We'll try to salvage something. We have the Sage of Essences, which is interesting. But then we have the element of water too, with the tower, the root, the third eye, and Sagittarius. Oh, crap. So this has gone from the Sage of Essences to the 6 of Zones. But we're going to move it back to the 35. It went from 35 to 55. And then this went from Sag to Leo. Oh, there we go. Trying to put it big. So on the table, in the main suit, again, is the Sage of Essences, the Tower, the Element of Water, the Root, and the Third Eye, and then Sagittarius. There's something here between Sagittarius and the element of water / between Sagittarius and that Sage of Essences. It feels like Sagittarius is a site, and then the Sage of Essences is able to adjust itself to fit whatever it sees, right? So, like, let's say that you are a multi talented, multifaceted person, and you have a vision or a goal in mind. This would be like you being able to dedicate internal resources to like aligning to whatever that is, right? Now, with the third eye and the root, maybe it's just more of that. The third eye is the vision, and then the root adjusts accordingly. So, like, this could be root work. As far as like, if there are, let's say, for instance, that you have a wedding coming up in the summer and it's a destination wedding and you want to be destination wedding ready. And so you want to like tone up and maybe drop a few pounds or whatever, right? So that destination wedding would be what the third eye sees. And then you like eating right, hitting the gym, doing whatever you got to do, or doing whatever you do to like align yourself to where you want to be at that point. That would be that Sage of Essences energy. Now, it's not physical. The essence to me is our ability to embody different parts of ourselves or to play up certain characteristics. So basically, like being capable of playing to your strengths and covering your weaknesses. Right. So if cake is your weakness, then it would be you not going to the bakery. You know what I mean? Don't buy any cake. Ooh, 17 minutes. I don't know if she ever sent me a voice not that long. She might have been me. This is like, and then the tower is here. Because the tower is here, it feels like it takes it up a level. It kicks it up a notch. The tower being here feels like this isn't necessarily something that I don't want to say it's necessarily something that doesn't require sacrifice. Um, but I was just like, there's a level of like gravity to it. So surrounding this, there is the initiative zones, the teacher of zones, the nine of souls, and this, the sage of, sage of essence is already talked about. Nine of Wands, Sagittarius, second decan of Sagittarius, which is Sagittarius with an Aries flare. So that would be mutable is the mind. Is that how I was doing that? I can't remember how I was going to do it. I think so. Or, sure, we'll try it. We'll see. A fiery mind. Oh, yeah, that works for this. A fiery mind, but geared towards the soul. The soul ain't even here. A mind of fire. That's all I'm like, I feel like I kind of knew what I was going to do with these, but then I forgot. Probably should have wrote it down. But that's what we're going with. What does that mean? How does that read? Interesting question. I could look at the thing. I'm going to look at the thing. A mind of fire geared towards the soul. I'm not surprised that the aspect of the soul came out with this because of the Sage of Essences. The Sage of Essences has, maybe that's why it's tower energy. So the soul is who we are in our truth. The essence is our embodiment of that truth, or it's like the percentage of our potential that we have realized or that we're able to tap into. So for this, it would be like there's something that the individual would know is within them, but it might not necessarily be something that they've spent too much time in, right? So, like, let's say that you, back in the day, you used to, like, back in the MySpace days, you used to do your like HTML coding or whatever. And, like, let's say that you were pretty good at it and like, you have friends and resources in computer designing. Like, let's say that you end up with an opportunity in like web design, or it's like someone's like, hey, I want you to like look at my website or design my website for this business or whatever. It would be like you can do it because you've had an introduction to it. You may not have necessarily done it specifically, but like it's there within you, and you know that you're capable, and you have resources. So it's like it's that level of confidence, but it may not be something that you've necessarily like fully dived into type of energy. But it's like take that and like make it whatever, right? Like let's say that you're patient and compassionate and understanding. And there's an opportunity to like either with the young or the elderly, and you're like, I have all of the like the markers of a person who would do this well, so like why not, type of energy. Now with the third eye in the root, and maybe it's because it's this watery energy, it feels like something goes both ways. It feels like it will both build your foundation, but in your foundation itself, it feels like you will both like build your foundation and expand it at the same time, if that makes sense, because of what it will like call from you. I don't know what's interesting. Again, it's like the essence is farther than the soul is. Maybe it's just like a dogged determination. Let's see who the angel is. It is Barbiel, angel of Scorpio. There are times when words fail and action must be taken. When trials beset our lives and no other course of action is available, we have to fight. The nature of this sign is to be an ally, loving in easy times and harsh when the world demands it. Barbiel is our sword against the darkness. It is our power to strike back when necessary. I feel like I was doing this late. This is like right and wrongs. It's like how people will be like, it's like, don't point out problems if you don't have a solution or whatever. It's like, well, you got solutions. You got solutions to problems that I'm trying to like move this window. That's why I'm over here. It's not letting me. Oh, if I do this, it'll let me. I don't know why it wouldn't just let me do that. Oh gosh. Oh, if you know how I feel, why would you say that? There we go. Oh, no, this is. Oh gosh. There we go. There we go. There we go. I don't think I talked about the initiate and the teacher of zones. So zones are if you think about it, like to build something, a zone is the permit and is the blueprint. The actual building is the realm, is the earth. The zone is the air, is the thought, is the idea. And again, it's like, I don't know if the initiate to the teacher is pretty immediate, but it feels like that's playing into that like third eye root energy, where it's like you start something, you learn a lot, you grow, it teaches you something, you may teach it, but in teaching it and communicating it and working with it, it further develops your understanding of it. Now, right now, what Mars and Venus are both in Sagittarius. Let's see. Mars, Venus, maybe Pallas. Venus, Ceres, and Mercury. Oh, Mars is in Capricorn. Venus, Ceres, and Mercury are all in Sagittarius. Venus pretty much conjuncting, moving into a tighter conjunction with Ceres. You know, that one who, let me stop. Mercury's like 27 degrees Sagittarius. Oh, the Mercury retrograde is over. Because Mercury, it started its retrograde in Capricorn. I'm pretty sure. And then it went back in. So this mind of fire that's focused on the soul. I think I already talked about it, but again, it feels like there's something that feeds. It's like, and that this, it's almost like this is why the Sage of Essence is being here. It's like there's something that someone knows is within them, but it's not necessarily developed. The development happens through this undertaking. And with Barbiel Angel of Scorpio being the, who's at the bottom? The bottom of the deck is Semyasa, Angel of Pride. Of course, yes, I already read it. It's fine. But there's that Leo-like energy again. Because of pride, the lions. Sure. I guess I would just like, if you get an opportunity or if something comes up and you feel capable, even if you haven't necessarily done it before, I would go for it. Always use your own discernment and intuition and make your own choices and decisions. But it seems like it may be beneficial to help you build out what you know is within you, to help you realize a potential that you have. But this potential feels so very like, it's like potential on the cusp of precipitation. Let's do one more. Ooh, that is, oh, that sounded like more than one to me. Sure, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I like this. It's the time to be brave. I want to see you be brave. And you know it's already within you. So it wouldn't be like something that you have to question. It ain't reading to me like something that you have to question. It's something that you know is within you that you just haven't gotten. Maybe you haven't gotten an opportunity. Maybe you haven't had reason to. But now it's your time. It's your moment. Ooh, number 15. Devil energy, stay up in here for what? For why? 99. Wow. Okay. 99 and I have one. Who? I guess I could call these numbers out as I do this, but Oh, wow. Such high numbers. Such high percentages. Oop. Got the heavy hitters. The heavy hitters, the karma. There's a lot of karma here. The planets of Saturn and Pluto popped up. So, karma. 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 What? Are you serious? 99 is here twice. That's wild. Hold up. This is crazy. I had to do this. I had to mess up. Yeah, I made a mistake. Okay. Because I'm like, ain't no way that 99 is here twice and 40 is here twice. Yeah, that's 40. This is 46. We got another initiate. The initiate is like the student. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's 5 on the table. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So Pluto's here twice. Pluto's here twice. Saturn is here. The initiate of Earth, the 5 of Earth, and that's it. Pluto, 5 of Earth, Saturn, Pluto, initiate of Earth. The 5 of Earth would be first decan of Taurus. First decan of Taurus would be the body, emphasis on the body, physical, emphasis on the physical. We got the devil, Capricorn, Earth. Capricorn, the sacral, the element of air. Right. How do I? I can just do this. Yes, the element of air. The heart. And that's it, right? And the 5 of Earth. The initiate of Earth, the initiate of zones is interesting. It's interesting that this is almost so like physical though. Capricorn, the devil, the sacral and the solar plexus, like 2 lower chakras. Which isn't bad. I mean, with the sacral and the solar plexus, it could be about what one intends for their life. Like it's the creation and the fuel for that creation. Or like the process of creating and the fuel to keep one in that creative space. Maybe that's why there's like so much heavy karma here. It's like you get out of it what you put into it. The way that you go about it is the energy that it's going to have when you get it, type of energy. And again, it's the body focused on the physical. What angel is here? Sandalphon, angel of new life. Upon fertile ground, life stirs and stars. Called from the shores, our children come home. The beginning of a new life. Farewell to the old one. Okay, that ain't bad. The angel of new life. And this is very like earth energy, all of this. With the Capricorn, with the devil, with the sacral and the solar plexus, it's like, what do you wish to give birth to on earth? And like, how are you taking care of it with the solar plexus? How are you going about it? How are you taking care of it? And again, it's like so karmically heavy. But karmic heaviness isn't bad if you go about things like the right way. Because double Pluto, like Pluto is also about foundations, but it's about it's about the things that it's about the things that lie beneath the foundations. It's about the things below where you build brick on, right? So it's like the quality of the land. Like you build a house, you have your foundation that's like Saturn, the foundation of your house. But the land that the house is built upon, and like not necessarily the history, but the history is included, uh, that's more Plutonian, right? Because you can till soil and you can irrigate and you can do all kinds of things, but there's something about still the quality of the soil itself. And it's almost like, let's say that there's something radioactive that's buried under or whatever. If you're not, if like the bed of your crop isn't in the range where radiation is like at a fairly low level, it's gonna come out in your plant, even if it has like the best soil and the best everything else. That's what lies below that actually, that also has a part and an influence in it. The other part of Pluto could be because it, like Sandalphon mentioned, like farewell to the old life. It could be things of the past that one like wishes not experience anymore. The initiate of Earth could be an opportunity. I think this may be challenging. There may be a challenge here because of the Five of Earth, Five of Pentacles traditionally, but also because it's such heavy, like Pluto Saturn energy. I would imagine that it would be difficult. It could be difficult to envision anything that one hasn't experienced. Like it's again, it's only Earth here. It's Earth and Pluto and Saturn and Earth. It's also, I guess, it's interesting that Pluto appeared here twice when the angel of Scorpio was the last angel that was on the table. Pluto rules Scorpio, but it's like trying to build heaven when you've only experienced Earth or below Earth. But maybe the body is the salvation here. Because a mind, it's almost like it can be difficult for a mind to envision anything that it hasn't witnessed in some capacity. Or it can be hard for a mind to be sure of a pathway that it's never taken before. Unless, you got one of those minds that just like make stuff up. But the body is like, we know what feels good in the body. We know we know what makes us feel better. We know what makes us not feel great. So it's tuning into the senses. And it's actually going to help. It seems like But again, there is a little bit of a double-edged sword here. Cool. Let's move on. One last one. 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 Oh yeah, one last one. I didn't even look at the angel on the bottom of the deck. Sorry, I forgot. I'm already shuffling it now. Ooh. Oh, it was Asbiel, Angel of Ruin. I read it. It doesn't count. It was like stuck in my hand. I don't want to read it. There we go. Cool. I see Asmodel, Angel of Taurus at the top. Taurus at the top. Okay, I got a little bit more room. Nice. Man, I never roll that high when I'm actually playing. Like, what were those numbers? Excuse me, 99, 40, 96, 99, 46. Like, to get 99 twice and a 90? High rollers. I get like 2. Oh, that's so long. Oh, these came out right next to each other. I should be looking at the distance between the two, because these are literally right next to each other. And that is Gemini. Oh, well, I guess Gemini, the twins, like literally right next to each other. Oh, let me write that down. Ooh, we got 2 below 10. Oopsie, those are the rolls I get. Gemini. And then we got High Priestess. We also have come on now, I literally just saw it. There we go. We got the High Priestess twice. Oof. We just had Pluto twice. Now we have the High Priestess twice. Wild. That is wild. That is wild. Excuse me. Then we have this one that we literally just had. That has to be Saturn. My brain already. I was like, it wasn't Pluto, it was the other one. Saturn. There should be 5 of them. There's one more. I got you. I got you. I got you. Got you. Is these. Wait. 2, 2, 96. This one. 67. Which is the 5, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. The 4. The 4 of Souls. Which is 3rd decan of Aries. So that's Aries with the Sagittarian flare, which is the opposite of what we just had. Not just had, but the opposite of the first one. So that is a soul that is focused on the mind. We had the mind that was aspected towards the soul. The solar mind. This is the mental soul. So I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I guess I would be, because this is literally nothing. I don't know why 8th, the angel of anger, came to my mind. We have the element of water again. We have the root chakra again. We've got Sagittarius again. We've got who this girl is. Strength? No, the Hermit. We got the Hermit. We have the Sacral again. And that's it. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So we have the 4 of fire, 4 of souls. How would I... What is 4 to me? 4 is the number of stability. It's to be... Oh. It feels almost... I don't want to say stuck. Complacent, which isn't bad. Not necessarily. I don't think we necessarily have to be insatiable. And that would be someone who's like deeply okay with who they are and where they are. High Priestess, Gemini, Saturn, and then the mental soul. This would be, it could also be someone who, like, if I read this the way it comes out, it reads like someone who's distracted, like easily distracted, someone who's like more concerned with their day-to-day life than they are with like their healing journey and growth and spiritual ascension or whatever. But depending on the person, it's perfectly fine. You know what I mean? And I guess it's interesting that Gemini is here, which is, the twins, and there are 2 high priestesses here. And the 2 high priestesses, it's in that watery colored set. Excuse me, and the fiery colored set. Gemini is in the dark and Saturn is in the light. See, but this isn't like, if this were the 5, no. If this were the 3 of fire, like if this was a mind that was focused on the body, it would be one thing. Or if this was a soul that was focused on the body, it would be one thing. But this is the soul with emphasis on the mind. It's a mental soul. And so it's all about, I guess maybe that's the thing. It's all about what you want for you. This is so heavy, like it doesn't matter what other people want for you. It doesn't matter the potential that other people see in you or whatever. It's about what you want. And I guess it's also about you being okay with that and you being okay with what you want. Read this angel. It's Ananiel, angel of storms. As the sun began to set, the boats turned to back towards the shore. All the while, Ananiel pleaded with them to stay. Ignoring him, the fishermen held to their course. Angered, the angel summoned the waves to do what his words could not. He wrenched their boats from their destination and pulled them until the land was lost to the horizon. In life, these first seafarers had been his acolytes. In death, they were their own men. And I'm almost feeling that Ananiel more like peaceable than necessarily like the angel. And so, like, I wouldn't be surprised if yours was a story of like, let's say that you have some kind of affluence, right? and your family wants you to do one thing, and they're like, well, if you don't do this, then we're going to cut you off. And you're like, okay, like I can provide for myself. Type of energy. You know what I mean? It's like you won't be swayed in any way. You've got your own mind. And Saturn is feeling like, not necessarily like the world at large, but that's what it's reading like. Well, not reading like the world at large. It just feels like someone who has the ability to like impact you in some way, to change your circumstance, to impact your circumstances, your external circumstances in some way. I could also see this being someone who is on a journey of self discovery. And so that's why it's a little bit more like mental instead of the soul. Because it feels like it's almost like let's say that someone was raised in a very strict household type energy. But now that they like in a situation where they can go out and explore if they want to. And it's about exploring. It's almost like I never knew what I really liked because everything was decided for me, or because everything was forbidden, or whatever. And there's a lot of stuff that you may feel like you don't know. Because maybe with that high priestess energy, it's almost like not even really being given a chance to form your own opinions or to see what it is that you like because of the structure that existed. Right. Going back to the affluence, maybe it's like, or I guess it doesn't even necessarily have to be like uber affluence. It could just be like my parents want me to be a lawyer or a doctor or whatever, or like everyone expects for me to be a this or for me to be a that. And for a while, you kind of don't question it, you just do it. Excuse me. This Hermit and Sagittarius. I guess I was going to say Hermit and Sagittarius is interesting, but the Hermit and Sagittarius could be the Sage, right? And that's pulling on like the philosophy, theology, higher levels of thinking, higher education of Sagittarius. That blends in perfectly with the Hermit. Although that Sagittarius would be a little bit more externally focused than the Hermit typically is. But playing on that, it could also be like someone who's educating themselves. And with the element of water here, that would be someone, it's like through this, someone finds who they really are and what their values are, what their morals are, what their beliefs are, and stuff like that. So it's kind of navigating the world blind, but kind of, kind of not. Cool. That's what I got. Wait, what's at the bottom of the deck? Turiel, Angel of the Mountain, the first Watcher of the East. The way Turiel carried his massive stature was a matter of public spectacle. His feats of strength were sometimes put to good use, but often bled into showmanship. The praise people showered him with seemed to sustain the angel almost as much as food and water. So yeah, now it's giving like Turiel at the bottom of the deck is giving me like star athlete type of energy, like, or the popular girl who's like secretly nerdy or whatever. Or she's like, popularity isn't all that it's cracked up to be. Like, this isn't even me. Type energy. Sure. All right. Oh, Cacabiel, Angel of the Stars. He could have been a famous athlete. Maybe someone's like, you're going to be famous. You're going to be a star. And you're like, I don't want fame and I don't want fortune. I just want a life that I love and that I can be proud of. And whatever else you want. Cool. Am I going to get a final roll? Sure, I'll get a final roll. Do I need a final roll? Not really. Am I going to get a final roll? Sure, why not? Wow. It went right on the floor. Hello? How did I miss the thing? Come on. I have to find it later. Who is it? I feel like it's my D20. There's my D12. No, there's my D20. Oh, so 42 is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. The 7 of Earth, which is the 7 of Realms. 7 of Realms almost speaks to possibilities. It's like the 7 of Earth. 7 of Pentacles has been coming up like crazy. But I guess 7 for me is like that point where we see that there's more to it. So it's could be also in the space of like learning. It was my D6, the D6. And then the element of fire is here. Virgo. Fire, Virgo, the Hermit again. Again, we got some Hermit energy. What did I say? The 7 of zones, realms, 7 of realms, which is like the physical, the things you can actually see. For some reason, again, it's feeling like different possible lifestyles. You know what? That could be someone who like discovers that they have more influence or more pull than they would necessarily think. So maybe there was like a time where someone was like, no matter what I do, like my life is always going to be like this, or this will never happen, or that always happens. Excuse me, good or bad, right? Some people it may make maybe there's a thought of like consequence doesn't exist. Like no matter what happens, I can always get away with it. All I gotta do is X or Y or Z or all of the above. But then maybe there's a situation where it's like they can't get out of it. And then like, oh, what is consequence? What? Or on the flip side of that, somebody could be like, no matter what I try, nothing ever works out for me. And it to me it reads like math, where it's like, that's because you forget to flip the signs when you carry it from one side of the equation to the other. It's like, oh, now the answers make sense. So like easy example is someone who is someone who's like able to notice things that other people might overlook, and maybe they never say anything, but when they do, then someone's like, oh my gosh, like thank you for catching this, blah blah blah, like you should be whatever. And that could be something that someone excels at, right? And so that's almost the maybe it's a time of like really exploring that. It could also be a time of a level of self love and self validation. Now that there's something that's like admired and appreciated, or, now that life isn't always this way or that way. It's almost like it helps someone realize that they have like agency or that their choices matter in their life. And with the element of fire here, it's like a soul level lesson. Excuse me. Where's that D6? It's gray, so it shouldn't blend completely into the carpet. Where's my phone? Hey Siri, where does dice go? My coworker cussed out Siri. Siri was like, I'm not going to answer to that. It went this way. This is carpet. It ain't got a whole lot of bounce to it. Oh, there it is. I see the number 2. 2 is the sacral again. Lots of like lower chakra energies today. Oof. 5. Psych. Just kidding. That is the throat. So the third eye and the throat. Excuse me. Now the throat adds an interesting element to this, because with the throat, it becomes about how someone speaks about themselves. And I guess also how someone sees themselves too with that third eye. And it's like if someone can see themselves with a clearer lens, if someone can learn that life has more to offer them than what they've experienced up to that point. It's like there's something about someone seeing themselves in a different way that lets them, right? There's something about seeing themselves in a different way that lets them almost like get a clearer picture of themselves, yes, but to go a little further in terms of like, am I just rolling these two? Or am I going to roll all of them? We'll roll all of them. Why not? It's like if someone can see themselves in a different way, there's something about like the different possible futures that opens up for that person that they can see. And then them being able to see it for themselves like expands them even more. We got another, I'd never rolled this high, 94, which is Mars. We got Mars, we got water again. We have the lovers, we got the heart, we got the solar plexus, and Taurus. Mars, Taurus, heart, solar plexus, the lovers, and water. That's a lot. I don't know. Mars in the heart. Mars, the heart, and the solar plexus is all about I mean, it could be about acts of service, but Mars in the heart is like acting on one's heart's desires, or it's one who is self-motivated with the solar plexus. This is someone who's self-motivated on making their dreams come true. But with water and this element of Taurus, it almost feels more familial. Like this would be someone who, like maybe someone who desires to have like a family or a large family, or someone who desires to take care of their family because their family is close to their heart. Could also be someone who is leaned on or relied upon heavily. Could be somebody who burns out because of it. Um, but with the lovers here, that would be a choice, I guess. A choice or decision that one would have to make. That kind of took a turn a little bit. Um, I guess it would be like give to what is worth giving to, or give to a degree that is appropriate for where that effort is going, right? Because it's like to be there for friends and family, yes, but there are certain things that you can't do for others, especially depending on that relationship. And if someone's been doing for a while, if someone is like relied upon in that way, then it may be difficult to just like break it, or it may be difficult for someone to like establish boundaries, enforce those boundaries. Oh my gosh! And then for them to be respected. Come on, come on. Was that my D20? I might have to. I might just have to put it back later. All right, I'm scanning. It went like this way. Are you in the shadows? I will find you. I will put you in the bag like you deserve. All your little dicey friends are waiting for you to join them in the bag. Get in the sack. Get in the sack. Come on. It's fine. I'm not going to hold this up. I got a bed to get to. Eventually. I should go to bed. What time is it? Do 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 do. We got Taurus, we got the devil, we got the root, we have the throat, and we have 55. What was 55? It came out before. The 6, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6 of zones, the 6 of air. The 6 of zones is interesting. The 6 of zones is about being able to detect like harmony. It gives me like feng shui. And it gives me feng shui because like feng shui is about the placement of things, but it's the placement of things that creates like harmony in that space. You know what I mean? She's giving me feng shui energy. I got Taurus here. I got the devil here. And then the throat and the root. Ooh. Well, if we're talking about the devil, the throat, and the root with this like feng shui energy, it feels like someone who may be like biting their tongue. And then we have the element of air, which is the mind, but which is also air, which is like the mind. Um, Zucchini. Oof. I could go for some food, but it's also late, so I might just go to sleep and cook in the morning. It could be a little bit like biting one's tongue, It could also be like Taurus and the devil could be toxic environments. This could be like a move or some like energy that's in need of like cleansing and clearing. Energy in need of cleansing and clearing. Like this could be conversations that need to be had, honestly. Um, it could be conversations that need to be had, or it could be like, again, it's going back to idle hands type energy, where it's like someone who might be a menace because they don't have anything else to do. You know what I mean? So maybe somebody needs a hobby. Maybe somebody needs to tell someone to like, hey, get a hobby because this ain't it. I don't know if this is necessarily one's internal truth. I think sometimes we encounter disturbance externally so that we check in with ourselves internally, right? Like if everything is going haywire at like a job, for instance, then maybe it's like, hey, maybe it's time to go. Or if it's like people in your life who are, I don't know, doing something, then it's like, hey, maybe it's time to do this. There goes my brain. Bye bye. There goes my brain. Good night. Ooh, not the triple zeros, sis. One more, or it's two more actually. So we got air again. We have Leo. We got uh 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 7 of 6. The 6 of essences, souls. The 6 of souls. Also Cancer energy because it's 69. We have the double chakra, and then we have strength. Leo, strength, the 6 of souls, um, the double crown, and the solar plexus. This is such powerful energy. This is someone who's like making a demand. This is someone who's very like, I know who I am. I know how I deserve to be treated, and this is not it. Somebody better give me the experience that I want before I start calling spirit guides or something. I don't know. This would also be someone I would say, like, right now or in a particular situation, you have the ear of the divine. Very like, speak what you want into existence, but it's very like, speak what you want into existence, but know what authority that you're on, or like know the authority that you speak with. And that's coming through in like the strength energy and that Leo too. It's like it's a strong voice that's respected. Now, I wouldn't just make like crazy, ridiculous demands because of the energy of authority. If you don't have the authority to demand what you're demanding, you're going to be laughed at. You know what I mean? It's like you don't have to diminish, you don't have to play down, but I wouldn't necessarily embellish or over exaggerate either. It's like it's almost an energy that's akin to like negotiation. Like if you sit down with someone and you give them an outlandish whatever, it's like negotiations will break down immediately. They just laugh and be like, okay, yeah. All right, next. And you're like, wait, what? Like, aren't you gonna like negotiate, they say like bid high or whatever, and then like you bargain down. It's like, yeah, but also bid reasonably, right? I don't know. That's it though. I guess it's a sweet spot, right? Because it's like at the same time, you wouldn't want someone else, like just like someone wouldn't want to feel that someone else is trying to take advantage of them. Like the other person wouldn't want to feel that either, right? Like when you sit down to the negotiating table, you want to be compensated fairly for whatever, which is fine. It's accurate. It's appropriate, but you don't want to. Again, it's like you don't want to have the other person feel like you're taking advantage of the situation. Kind of that, kind of, maybe it goes beyond that. Maybe it ain't just like, because again, I don't know, it almost like can border on ridiculosity. And then it's like, okay, yeah, like we're done here. It's almost like, was it Austin Powers? One of those Austin Powers movies. And I think, did Dr. Evil go back in time? Did he like steal the moon or something like that? I don't remember. But he made a demand of a ridiculous amount of money, and they just like laughed at him. They were like, "That's not even a real number." Like, come on, be sensible here. We have the element of fire. We've got the magician. Oops. Ooh, we have the sacral that turned to the throat. We have Scorpio. We've got who this is. We got this number again. 46 again. The initiative Earth. The initiative Earth, Scorpio, the throat. No, the third eye. Hold up. The throat. The throat, fire, the magician. Who are you? Initiative Earth. Throat, fire, magician, page of Earth, initiative Earth, initiative realms. It's a very similar energy to the last one, but it's like your voice is one of your tools. For you, like for some people, if they write something down, that might like something, it feels like this is an energy where like affirmations or something like that would work well for you. Like some people, writing is their thing. Some people like speaking it into the universe or whatever is their thing. And maybe this isn't like a sweet talking type energy with the magician, but it's like your words have the power of creation. But because of the sacral here, it's almost like your words become vessels and your words attract the light to them for you to receive. So obviously it follows, it's like one of those be careful what you speak, or, don't speak things into being that you wish not to happen or occur. Because it's just like low hanging fruit with this, not to be ignored at all. Um, but yeah, it's like your words are vessels that attract things to them. Now I just got to get the last angel, and I'm trying to see if I scoot back far enough, if I take my glasses off, and if I beg and plead for this die to reveal itself to me so that I can put it in the bag. This is it. Nope, not behind the iPad. Oh, it's literally right here by my tower. Okay. Thank you. We got the Hierophant. I don't remember what these dice were, but the Hierophant is here. All right, let's get one final angel and then let's end this. I don't know if I'll do this again. We'll see. I don't know if I necessarily like thought that out quite as far as I wanted to. Especially with like leaving it too open in a way. You know what I mean? Like, what would that be? A D4. Oh, I could do that. I could have just did that. I could have just rolled 4 D4s and then had like cardinal fixed, mutable, and non-modal to see where all the elements are. Maybe I'll do that next time. I probably won't remember, but maybe I will. Who knows? All right, let's get one last thing, and we'll shut this down. And I will wind down for bed. I don't know what this was today, but it was a thing. Take it if it resonates, and if it don't take it. Use your own intuition and discernment always. Who is this? Matariel, Angel of Rain. Sophlatus, Angel of Dust is flipped over. I think there was somebody else in here flipped over. Maybe not. Nope, just Sophlatus. The Angel of Cancer is in reverse, but Zuriel, Angel of Libra, Armoros, Angel of Undoing. Oh, so we got two pairs. Angel of Dust and Angel of Rain. Matariel, O lonely fountain, bless us mortals that dwell beneath you. Let our gratefulness abate your sadness. Let our prayers reach you, lonely Matariel. We seek your embrace. We beg that you may stretch your hand so we may praise your generosity. O great muse of rain, O sustainer of life, we patiently await your blessing. And then Sophlatus built a growing collection of halls and spires that crack the desert horizon, each one its own jagged landscape. Every day, men would witness the angel's latest creations, and each night they would cheer as he brought them down. As this cycle became commonplace, the only fanfare came at their destruction. Oof. That's just like a real oof combination, right? You're like, oh, Matariel, like, stretch out your hand and let our gratefulness abate your sadness. Please bless us with some rain. And then you get the Angel of Dust. It's like something real dry, real dusty. Zuriel, Angel of Libra, all things have opposing forces. The rotations of the celestial bodies show us a macrocosm of our own swirling internal relationships. Zuriel is the regulator of these forces, weighing their value and attempting to find balance. Armoros removed the monuments that bound their will to men. After seeing Barakiel fall, they no longer wanted to take the risk. After the disarmament, the Watchers imposed a curfew, restricting anyone other than their brethren and offspring from moving freely after dark. The punishment for violating this law was so severe that few attempted it. Even as their grip on control tightened, their insecurity grew. So we have something in Zuriel that talks about things being bound. The rotations of the celestial bodies showing us a macrocosm of our own swirling internal relationships, internal, external, macro, micro, and then Armoros, the Angel of Undoing, basically severing that connection. Severing a connection and enforcing a curfew. Oof. These some real oof angels that came out and flipped over. Bottom of the deck is Barkiel, Angel of Pisces. When harm comes to the people, the relationships, and the things in our lives, we have to take time to help repair them. It's not easy, but bringing those pieces back together is what we have to be to live a good life. In those moments, we are close to Barkiel. Deep down, everyone has a nurturing aspect. Choosing to cultivate it helps bring us closer to our truer selves. And there you go. Do with that what you will. Take of that as it resonates. No, it happened. This was a thing, right? Thank you, Holly and David, for being here, for stopping by and spending some time with me. I hope you all have an amazing whenever you see this. I hope you're acting in alignment to make all that you wish to experience your reality. I hope that whatever you need along your path, journey, and way you find. And I hope you, in acceptance of where you are, of what you're doing, and a permission to move at your own pace and in your own time. Um, I think one thing that can almost be like overall is to know, I don't know, it's almost a little bit more about exploring and experiencing life today and being open to curiosities of seeing where things go. Um, Whatever it is that you are hoping for or envisioning, it's being open to greater potentials, maybe, and how we prepare ourselves isn't necessarily the right word. How we, I guess, what we can do to make it easier to see further out, to see ourselves as we truly are, and to see what life has to offer us in a clearer lens beyond what it is that we've already experienced, excuse me, or even beyond what it is that we desire. And with that, I'll catch you next time. Bye.